Now it's time for more of Southern California's sports fishing voice. Let's talk Hookup. Get ready for more of the best fishing information and the hottest tips on improving your angling skills. Let's Talk Hookup is sponsored in part by Ford, the official truck of Let's Talk Hookup. Shimano Rods and Reels. Fish with the best. Shimano. And now, Southern California's sports fishing voice, the hosts of Let's Talk Hookup, Pete Gray, Rock Cod Rick Maxa, and Corey Sandin.
Welcome back. Hour number 2, Let's Talk Hookup, right here on the Let's Talk Hookup app and the mightier 1090 ESPN Radio. Pete Gray here with Rock God Rick Maxa. We're in the world headquarters of Let's Talk Hookup here right next to the San Diego landings. Watch the Royal Star backing in and the Shogun backing in, unloading lots of wahoo, lots of tuna, lots of dorado. And great guest here, Ron Lane from Fastlane Kayaks in Mission Bay. And we brought Chris is here to help out on the sidelines with all the technical issues.
Yeah, no doubt about it.
And having a good time talking kayak fishing.
Having a lot of fun here this morning. So much cool stuff to cover, from new boats to gear to equipment to just having a good time. And if you want to have a good time with us, man, we want to hear from you. Give us a call this morning at 213-432-1090. Again, 213-432-1090 is how you reach us on the phones. Or send us a text. Text the show, so popular anymore, and lots of great texts already came through. And, man, we've got another full hour to be reading your text messages. Again, that's only available through the Let's Talk Hookup app, which is a free download. We mention it all the time, but make sure that you include your contact information when you send in those texts, because if you win that great prize at the end of the show, we want to be able to make sure to get a hold of you. And when speaking of great prize, what a prize we are giving away thanks to Ron and the whole family at Fastlane Kayaks. We are giving away to a caller and a texter. There's going to be 2 prizes today, and first prize is going to be a $200 shopping spree at Fastlane Kayaks for Salty Crew gear, an amazing selection of Salty gear at the shop. Like we said, they have one of the best selections around, I know of, and what great timing with holidays coming up and all the new stuff.
Ron brought us the new Salty Christmas shirt.
It's so rad.
You got to go get it. You have to go get one.
It's really cool. Yeah,
they're really cool.
I like it when there's seasonal T-shirts.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah,
you
totally.
pull out your fishing one.
Oh,
like
yeah.
Last year's was the Fishmas bass.
Yeah,
I was telling Ron, like, I keep that with our Christmas stuff, and we pulled it all out before the baby got here, and I'm like, hey, all right, get to wear the largemouth bass with a Santa hat. Now we got another one to add to the collection.
Yeah,
exactly.
So you get that.
So in addition to that $200 Salty Crew shopping spree, also giving away a $200 shopping spree for Yak Attack gear at Fastlane. So you're going to get to go through and just shop all the cool accessories, all the modular systems that Yak Attack makes. And man, Ron and Chris have been talking about all the merits of those guys already, all the killer gear and boxes and wheels and all the great systems that Yak Attack provides. And again, we're going to determine that via the coin flip as normal at the end of the show, which the caller gets Salty, the texter gets Yak Attack, vice versa. But that'll all get determined via that coin flip at the end of today's show.
And the good news is you get to go visit Fastlane and pick it all out.
That's the best part.
Yeah, the guys down there and the gals will help you figure out all you need. Hey, be sure to check out this week's edition of Western Outdoor News, always loaded with great information. How about that bass on the front cover? Oh, my gosh. Man? That's a big one.
And a cool story, too.
Yeah.
The story of they were trout fishing, and, that big, I think it was 11-pounder, and ate a little trout spinner. I mean, just really cool story.
Yeah, so that was that's a kind of big, beautiful fish, and then also that potential California state record swordfish that was caught.
I think it got accepted.
Yeah. So, a lot of good information this week's Western Outdoor News. You can read it online, or better yet, subscribe. It comes right to your house.
We call Dallas at our tackle store the state champ now, because he helped the guys rig all the gear for
cool.
that. Yeah, so that's
all right.
Every time we see Dallas, we always rib him, pat him on the shoulder. What's up, state champ?
Yeah, state champ. He rigged all and that's what you guys do. You're experts at that swordfish gear.
We love it, and I mean, those guys caught that fish. We say it in fun. We just we do our end on the tackle store end, but yeah, congratulations to the crew there. That was an amazing fish, 520 pounder.
And how long did it take them?
I don't think
526. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think any crazy amount of time.
Hours.
Yeah, no, nothing like that. They had very proper tackle. Hooker electric 50 wide, rigged right, heavy leader, everything right. I don't know what the fight time was, but I know it wasn't anything crazy. Yeah. But beautiful fish, man. How cool is that?
Yeah, for sure. Well, let's find out what's biting.
You got it, man. It's time for our fishdope.com report today. Hey, have you filled up lately? If so, then man, gas prices are way up. So now more than ever, you need Summit Gas Gasoline at the San Diego Sports Arena. You can pull up to the brand new expanded Summit Gasoline and get those low gas and diesel prices for your car, truck, and for your boat. They can now accommodate 24 cars and trucks to fuel at the same time, plus 12 diesel pumps. The bistro is full of all of the great things that you need for a day on the water, plus 100 pounds of free ice. Stop in, say hi to Martha and their friendly staff. Summit Gasoline, free ice for Let's Talk Hookup listeners, and always low prices at the San Diego Sports Arena. We're going to start off our catch report with our private boater buddy, Captain Mark Wish of Pacific Edge. Has got that fishdope.com report. Good morning, Mark.
Hey, good morning, Ricky, Pete, Ron, Chris. Hey, Rick, I got to tell you, buddy, I was listening to you guys at the start of the show talking about your schedule with all the baby stuff and school and finals. Congratulations to you and Dallas for making it all through that. And how exciting for all this new stuff for you guys.
Thanks, bud. I really appreciate it.
Yeah. So I get up this morning at the crack of dawn and look outside at the thermometer that we've got on our patio, and it says 43 degrees.
Nice.
And
oh, my gosh.
That is just, man, it's not summertime anymore. It's barely gone, and I already miss it. But,
hey,
we did have some weather.
Let me tell you, though, Mark, that was the high when I was in Michigan last week. So, be thankful for that.
That was the high.
That was a high.
Oh,
yeah.
no way.
The high on the warmer days, mind you.
Oh.
Yeah.
I lived in Chicago for 2 years when I was a little kid, and I got a taste of that. I much prefer summertime in California.
Much prefer the low to be 43 here, yeah. For sure. Yeah.
That's just crazy. But, we had a little weather here this week, which brought some of that cold air, and, we had quite a bit of wind on the outside, especially on the outside there. So it'll be interesting to see if those tuna fish on the Tanner get reorganized, and same with the fish that were down below Clemente there. There's just no coverage in rugged conditions here. So it'll be interesting to see if it regroups or skedaddles. Closer to home, bass fishing's still okay. The water temperatures are cooler, like 62, 63, even a little 64 still. So no major thermal shock yet, but definitely a little different approach is helpful. You're fishing lower and you're fishing slower. Plastic still works okay, but, with the current conditions, it's hard to beat a strip of squid on a lead head there. Those bass just love that this time of year. And speaking of squid, Nacho does have some in the local receiver here inside the federal breakwater. You want to go that route. And for you hardy souls, there's plenty to be made over at Cat right now. Frontside West is the most user-friendly because you just don't get the swell that you get around the back there. And but there is bait on the back, kind of down below Cat Harbor a little bit. It's been pretty consistent in there between Cat Harbor and Little Harbor, several different spots. And that's also a good place to start looking around for a sea bass. Some of the deeper ledges in 18 to 22 fathoms often produce at this time of year, fishing dropper loops and jigs, right on the bottom. And then, after daylight, you go poking around on some of the beaches for sea bass and halibut in there. And another area we're keeping an eye on, starting to show some promise, and not necessarily on them little barely legal pinchy ones that some of these guys have been catching. But there's rumors floating around of some real ones pushing tanker grade that got caught here before the weather. And I would guess that that's probably true considering where I heard it. So we'll see what happens there. It's getting to be that time of year. And talking sea bass, it gets me thinking about sea bass tackle. And I've always been a CalStar fan. Anything in that Graphite or 800 series has, been just perfect for fishing sea bass. But something for you guys to consider is one of the GG series rods that they make. That GG 270 8H is a perfect, I wouldn't say budget price, but reasonably priced sea bass rod. You can clamp on a Torium 20 or a Calica 12 either way and use that for just all kinds of fishing. I've had mine for several years now. I've caught all different kinds of fish on it, and it's like one of my favorite rods. That GG series got less graphite, more fiberglass, so it's kind of a blend of the two, and just a perfect rod for going to catch sea bass. So with Christmas coming, you guys got to start thinking about that.
I think that's such a good recommendation, Mark. I love that rod and that series. Everybody always asks for an all-around rod. I want an all-around rod, something to do everything. One, that doesn't exist. But if you got yourself a GG 278 foot heavy and a GG 6480, those two rods with like 25-pound and 40-pound, you could catch just about everything from a half-day 12-inch calico bass to a 100-pound tuna. And pretty much everything in between those things can be done with those two rods.
Yeah, that's for sure, man. They really, when they brought that series out, it's just perfect with that fiberglassy tip and the graphite butt. It's just a nice combination.
Yeah,
anyways,
cool. That's a cool recommendation. Good call, Mark.
Well, hey, fishdope.com is great, and I got big news with fishdope.com. So they're raising the price after 15 years. They've never raised the price. It's been $169 a year for 365 days, 24 hours a day. It's going up to $199.
Okay.
So if you renew your current membership now, even if it's not expired, or you get a new membership, you get it for $169 throughout. So, in other words, if you're already a current member, you want to renew, and your membership doesn't expire until next July, you can put another year on for $169.
Okay. That's a good tip.
Okay, so renew it now, or if you're a new member, instead of $20 off, you get $30 off with the Hookup Now, lowercase, no space code. So, Mark, how do we find you?
That Fish Dope deal, it's a great deal to be able to extend your membership at a more reasonable price. But just having Fish Dope for you guys that don't, you really should. There's an awful lot of information available for a very reasonable price.
Yeah, even at $199, it's still a bargain.
Yeah, they're flying airplanes, getting all the SSTs, the charts, weather, current information. It's a must-have. No brainer.
Yeah. And Mark, how do we find you?
Well, Pete, we're in Huntington Beach on the corner of Bolsa Chica and Edinger, and the phone number at the store is 714-840-4262, and the website's PacificEdgeTackle.com. And it's not going to be long before I'm going to direct you to the website to check out the pictures of this new baby bait tank that we're making. Perfect
baby
for
bait tank. All right.
It's a baby bait tank.
Oh, so does that mean that Ricky's new baby will want to have a bait tank?
Oh, my new baby's going to want a big bait tank.
Big bait tank.
Yeah, we're working on something specific for 17 whalers and 18 Parker center consoles.
Sweet.
Cool.
I'm making the perfect tank for you guys.
All right.
I like the sounds of that.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
That's
okay,
awesome.
Mark,
it's going to be in our Teardrop series. What's that?
We'll talk to you next week.
Oh, we'll have some more details for you.
All right.
Thanks, buddy. All right, let's head on down to San Diego, over to C4 Sport Fishing, and talk to our buddy Marcos. Marcos, what's up at Seaforth?
Well, it finally had to happen. Things really kind of slowed down here over the last week or so. It was a long season. We started back in, March.
Great.
San Diego finally decided it's time to do some boat work and get ready for next season, because if it's anything like the last few years, they've only got a couple months there to get ready before they're back out there. But definitely slowed down a bit. The new Seaforth is back online fishing those half days, and it's been very good bottom fishing when they get out there, fishing the 9 Mile bank, fishing that deeper water, rock cod. It's been a little tough, which, honestly isn't all that unusual. Post-Thanksgiving week is usually a bit slow. Everyone already did their vacation, kind of getting back to normal. Probably another week or so, and people will be back on vacation again, and we'll see more people out here. But nice weather. A little chilly in the morning, but, it's warming up pretty nice there. Half days running pretty much every day as long as we get enough people there. So I wish I had more to tell you guys, but, we made it to December before it really started slowing down. So I think it was a pretty good season.
No doubt about that. And like you said, still good half-day fishing. And this is the time when, everybody experienced how crazy good our tuna fishing was and how many people were bummed because they couldn't get a charter. I had a construction company, wanted to book a trip, couldn't get a weekend, couldn't do this. This is the time that you need to make that happen for next year before everybody else jumps on the ball. So good time to get charters in for next year. Good time to start thinking ahead for fishing in the future.
Absolutely, and like you said, you got a short break here before you're right back at it. It's got to come fishing, so make sure you get that gear taken care of. Don't just leave it salty and throw it in the corner there in the garage. Make sure you get it cleaned. Good time to come down, visit, and get some presents for those fishermen in your life, or get yourself a present. So check the website, seaforthlanding.com. We've got those half-day trips up there. We'll probably start running some day and a half sometime next month, I believe. I don't know if anyone's going to do any calling that trips this year, but keep an eye out for that. If you're going to go on the Polaris Supreme, keep an eye on that, see if maybe they get an opening here or there. I know they're booking through most of the next year. I think it's already gone, but you never know when you get that. Like you said, start thinking about your charters now. Don't wait till the last second, because those weekends go quick, especially in that July, August, September time frame. But hey, the fish don't mind, so if you can get a weekday charter going, that works just as well. So seaforthlanding.com. Give us a call at the office, 619-224-3383. More than happy to help you guys out, answer any questions you have, get you out there fishing. Always come down and visit in person. Like I said, get some gear ready for next season, get some presents for the fishermen in your life, and just say hi.
I love it, man. Well, great job. Great report, as always, Marcos. Appreciate that very much, and we'll look forward to talking to you next week.
We'll talk to you then, guys.
All right, appreciate that. That's going to wrap up our Catch Report today. Want to remind you, sponsored by the best, the Fish Pros at Fisherman's Processing in San Diego. Coming soon, an all-new and easier online system to book your processing for your long-range trips. Plus, the addition of the new team members will continue to make Fisherman's Processing far ahead of the rest, more same-day capacity, and the finest customer service. Stop by their location at Old Town on Taylor Street, or check fishermansprocessing.com. Again, getting to sit back and be on the other side, on the radio side, listening to that show you guys did with Tim Ekstrom. What an awesome show that was.
Yeah.
And very cool hearing about the new changes, and a big, I know you guys said it, but I want to get to say mine, a big congratulations to Sean retiring, as Tim said, heading off into the sunset, well deserved. He put a ton of time and years into his baby, and is now getting to go enjoy his time, and very exciting to see Fisherman's Processing with a new, new team, new regime heading off into an even better direction. And man, I'm just really stoked for everything to come for those guys.
Some great new partners: Roy Rose, and Brian from Royal Star, and of course Raymond is now a partner.
I was so stoked to hear that too.
And Marilee Ekstrom,
Tim's
awesome. Who's awesome. She's going to do some exciting things. A
career managerial person. She's spent a lifetime, managing people and customers and this, that, and the other, and to have a figurehead like that, just everything about it's awesome news. I was really excited to hear. I didn't know, I knew some, but not all, and I got to find out the same as the rest of us here on Let's Talk Hookup, and I was really excited when I heard that. That was great news.
And safe travels to Sean and Kristen on their new adventure back in Tennessee.
Yep.
Think Sean's gonna be talking funny soon?
I don't think talking funny, but I think he's gonna really dig it, man. Sean's good people, and that's a great spot, and family back there. I couldn't be happier for him.
Well, good luck to them, for sure.
Awesome.
Hey, on our website, letstalkhookup.com, you can hear that show, actually. Just if you don't see it, clear your cache. Remember that.
That's right.
Or just download the app. But Chef Jeff just did a great recipe. He went out on the Let's Talk Hookup Liberty trip and caught a bunch of red rockfish, and he did a fantastic rockfish with bok choy recipe that's up now on the website, letstalkhookup.com, on our Anglers Table page. Just check that out. It's really good. And Chef Jeff texted in a question this morning. He says, can I overinflate and blow up my iTrex 9? I've seen inflated sups warm in the sun and blow out, it seems. Kind of amusing, unless it's yours.
No, it was mine. I blew one up.
You did?
You're that
guy.
Come on.
I'm that guy. No, one of the early inflatable stand-up paddle boards, I blew it up and sat it on those walkway fences, tilted up. It happened to be getting, a lot of sun. It was hot. I walked away, and all of a sudden, boom! What? Blew the seam out.
No kidding.
Yeah. So does that happen today?
No. When they first started making, the stand-up paddle boards, they just made a seam.
It's a different deal.
Sure. And the seams were maybe quarters of an inch wide. Well, you heat that glue up, it gets soft.
Yeah. They're super durable today.
Well, and stand-up paddle boards have 15 to 20 pounds of pressure in them.
Yeah.
And so, when you inflate that, or how about the guy that blows it up, down in San Diego and then puts it on his car and drives up to Mammoth?
Well, this would be a problem.
Sure.
Yeah, because of the pressure change. So you cannot overinflate one of the new iTrex.
Oh, I'm sure you could. I mean, some of the pumps, will go to 20 pounds.
You can force too much in it.
Yeah. I'm sure you can blow.
So how do you regulate that?
Oh, give it to me. I'll screw it up. No problem. I'll figure out a way.
Just saying.
Well, one of the things that's really stepped up are pumps.
Yeah.
They make these.
They have like a regulator where you
you just dial up the
number of poundage.
Yeah,
and they're not that expensive.
No, they've come way down in cost.
You just plug it in rather than the foot pedal. You can just.
Well, the foot pedal was gone a long time ago.
Yeah.
The Hobie ones have a gauge on them, and
hand pumps.
Yeah, and
you can feel it. You get the feel for the feel.
I've got the coolest pump that Milwaukee makes, like in my car bag. It's got my impact wrench and everything, but it runs off of a cordless drill battery, but it's all digital, and you can pump exactly the amount of air pressure that you want into it, and you press go, and you can walk away, and it'll pump it up to 2 pounds or 200 pounds, whatever it is that you want. You're 40 pounds of pressure, or in this case, 12 pounds of pressure.
And plug it into your cigarette lighter.
No, it runs off of a drill battery. The same battery that runs your cordless drill. It just pops. So it's totally portable and I don't know how many times I've used it off of the same single charge. It's awesome.
Wow.
Yeah, I love that thing.
So speaking of pumps, I was
job site supply.
Yeah.
Ava and I were up in Mammoth, and we'd stopped at Lake Mary, which is kind of a campground. And we were going to go show up and blow up.
Yeah.
So I start hooking up the pump, and I go, wait a minute, brrr, that sound. I'm going, I didn't want to be.
And you're at 7,000. You're 7,000 or 8,000 feet at this point, too.
Well, but it's early in the morning.
Yeah.
And those things make a lot of racket.
Oh, okay.
So I'm sitting
echoing through the canyon.
You just didn't want to be that guy.
I didn't want to be that guy.
I totally get it.
So I just pumped it up, and it only took 3 or 4 minutes to blow up the whole boat. It was no big deal. The pumps that come with it are a double. When you push down, it blows air in. And when you pull up, it blows air in.
Right.
Easy.
We had
You don't use an electric one, Chris. No. You just pump it up.
But
just like a bicycle tire.
So the boys and I, in June, it's June. I take the boys to Mammoth to go snowboarding. Can you believe it? We had snow in June. So we'd go in the morning. We'd go snowboarding all morning. Spent 2 hours just ripping on the mountain, and then we jam back to the car, get in the car, run down to Crowley. Or no, we didn't go to Crowley. We went to Convict Lake. Oh my God, there's snow all around the lake. It's gorgeous. And we were fly fishing all afternoon.
That's so rad. I love it.
The pumps were kind of convenient because we had 4 of them to blow up.
Yeah.
We just put
and you fit them all in your car.
Oh, yeah, they were easy. Piece of cake.
Well, let's jump back in the phones, Rick. They're packing up, and they want to talk to Ron.
You got a real quick note, just a fun text, more of a report. Said, great show this morning, guys. I'm sitting here catching fish on the Polaris Supreme with Aliar on a 10-day. We're right next door to the RP, captained by Roy Rose. Both boats got beautiful yellowtail jumping on board. It's full speed ahead. That's from Eric Sheets.
Eric,
yeah,
all right.
Eric down there catching them. So, yeah, good job, Eric. Glad you guys are having fun. Hey, phones are packed. If you want to get your chance, it's 213-432-1090. We're going to talk to Dana, calling us from Ocean Beach this morning. Hi, Dana. Welcome to Let's Talk Hookup.
Hey, guys. I hope you're having a great morning. I just wanted to call and just say my ears are always burning when you're around, Ron. My 3 favorite people to fish with in the world, Pete, Chris, and Ron. And I have a public service announcement, and then I have a request. First of all, the public service announcement is anybody who likes the ocean, you surf, you swim, you just go up to your ankles, go see Ron and just do what he says. He tells you to buy X and Y based on what you tell him. Just do it. He's always right. If you try and do something else, you'll end up spending more money. You'll be frustrated. I've come to learn over the last 20 years that just do what he says. Okay, because they're great.
Just do it.
That's great.
And you can't buy a commercial like that. Thank you, Dana.
And then,
are you there, Dana?
Sounds like we might have just lost him.
We may have just lost him.
Oh, that was fun, but a good,
that was fun.
fun
call
call,
back
Dana, for sure.
If you don't have a
Dana Pastelli is just such a funny guy. He's such an adventurer. He bought his lynx, and then he runs down to La Jolla Shores, and he caught a 30-pound yellowtail the first time out on it. You think he was excited? And then he sends the picture. The picture is the whole front of the boat on the beach. I'm going, oh, my goodness. First time out.
Yeah, wow.
30-pound yellowtail.
30-pound yellow. Hey, great text here from Gilbert in Mira Loma. He says, good morning, guys. I'd like to know what kayak would you recommend for me? I am somewhat experienced in fishing, but not in kayaking. I am 6 feet tall and 220 pounds. I'll be using a full-size pickup truck to put and haul it around in. And thanks. Have a great weekend.
So that narrows it down to every Hobie I sell. and if you're like
so
Chris,
being a big guy,
if you're like
fine,
Chris
huh?
sitting next to me, he just went ahead and bought all of them.
That's funny.
So either inflatable, either the I-9 or the I-11.
Oh, the inflatable, the I-9
That you
would
can
be
hold
great.
220 pounds, 6 feet.
One of the cousins that came out from the Midwest, he was 6'6", and he was 6'6", and he was probably in the neighborhood of 250. A big kid, big athletic kid, and he was on that I-11, no problem. And the I-9's exactly the same.
Okay, cool.
That's awesome. Hey, when we come back, we got a lot more Let's Talk Hookup coming your way. More of your phone calls, more text messages, and a whole lot more with Ron and Chris. You stay tuned. It's Let's Talk Hookup on the Mightier 1090 ESPN Radio.
Hey, everybody. This is Captain Dwayne Diego, 4-pack charter captain, here to talk to you about Parker boats and the good folks at West Coast Marine. When it came time to start pinnacle sport fishing and get my own boat, there was only one choice. I wanted a Parker. Then there's a real good reason for it. The fishability and seaworthiness. I've been fishing on Parkers for years now, and I know the abuse they can take. Parker Marine builds a heavy-duty, industrial-strength boat, probably overbuilt, but that's what I need when we're out 12 hours a day, over 300 days a year, running charters. The guys at West Coast Marine built me one heck of a fishing boat. From the custom tower with steering and throttle controls to the backup bait pump system, my Parker 2520 XLD will deliver me to the fishing grounds reliably and safe. Take it from me. If you're ready for a new Parker at a fair, upfront, honest deal, you need to see West Coast Marine, located at 1555 Newport Boulevard in Costa Mesa, or check them out and their inventory and information online at westcoastmarine.com.
This is Pete, and I hear it all the time. That Jim and Mary at Poway Valley Collision are amazing. I took my car to Poway Valley Collision, mentioned Let's Talk Hookup, and they gave us VIP treatment, fixed our car, and even gave us a special price. Believe me when I say Poway Valley Collision is worth the drive from anywhere in the Southland. At some point, your car will need a body repair, and I'm confident in saying it pays to go to Poway Valley Collision. Our listeners can save hundreds of dollars on your next car or truck repair. They work with most insurance companies, including Auto Club, MetLife, Wawanesa, and more. All you do is call Jim, Mary, or any of their team members, and they do all the rest. No hassles, just top-notch work and VIP treatment. When you take your car or truck to Poway Valley Collision, the job and experience will be top-notch. Get it fixed right at Poway Valley Collision, 14211 Garden Road in Poway. Check PowayValleyCollision.com.
All of us at the American Angler family want to express appreciation to our regular passengers that fish with us year after year, and to the new anglers that came out this last season. We realize how precious your vacation time is, and we are truly grateful that you have chosen to spend this time with us. It's important that your experience is memorable, from the moment you call the office to the time you step off the boat. Hi, I'm Lori. Call me at the office, 619-223-5414, or check us out at AmericanAnglerSportFishing.com. Come fishing with the American Angler family and make a memory.
Hey anglers, AFCO Pro Captain Ben Florentino of Coastal Charters here. As a full-time guide, I'm on the water all year long. It's my livelihood. Having the right clothing is of the utmost importance to staying warm, dry, cool, and comfortable to endure whatever the Pacific wants to throw at me. Thankfully, I'm equipped with AFCO clothing to keep me dialed season after season. Do yourself a favor and check out AFCO's award-winning gear at a dealer near you, or learn more at AFCO.com.
Hi, I'm Pat McDonald. Join me at California's premier outdoor recreation shows. The Bart Hall shows January 25th through the 28th at Long Beach Convention Center and February 15th through the 18th at the Del Mar Fairgrounds. Details at hallshows.com.
Welcome back to Let's Talk Hookup. Having a great time here this morning. Again, if you want to get through, it's been a very busy morning on the phones, but we have an opportunity for you right now. 213-432-1090. I had a great text I wanted to get to. Said, man, what a great show, you guys. Absolutely loving it. I love my Hobie Lynx. I use it all the time. I usually just rinse off my Mirage Drive with fresh water in the garden hose. What else, if anything, should I be doing to take care of it? That's from Jeff in Mission Viejo.
Wow, that's a great question. That's about all I do.
You're asking a guy who doesn't even wash his wetsuit after he surfs how to maintain stuff. I'm just going to be clear on that. All right.
Great.
Hey, look, I do my wetsuit a favor. Freshwater mildews. Salt water doesn't.
No, you're absolutely right. That's true.
The worst thing is when it starts stinking in your van. Yeah, that's funny. That came up another time this week. Yeah, you know, where were we, Pete?
Yeah. Maintaining your gear.
Link's Mirage Drive.
The Mirage Drive.
Yeah, so the Mirage Drive, the new ones all have the bearings in them, and the new bearings are really forgiving. They don't need much maintenance, but sand is your enemy.
Sure.
Salt water that dries out is a little gritty too, and you don't want to wear those bearings out. So flush those Mirage Drives out real good. Now, what we'll do is we'll take a little of that light oil, even like a 3-in-1 oil or just a real inexpensive light oil, and we'll put it on the chains, and then we'll take a little bronze brush and clean any rust off. Now, I know it's stainless, but stainless, not no stain.
Stainless.
Yeah. So wash that brown stuff, rust, whatever it is, off, and then sometimes I'll actually just lube the chain a little bit. Mm-hmm. But when I say that, a little bit is the key. You don't need to go and I've seen guys bring in Mirage Drives that have grease all over them, and that's just the wrong thing to do because that'll attract dirt and sand, and then they get gritty again. So the real key is no salt, no sand, and that's pretty obvious.
And do wash it in fresh water.
Fresh water, definitely. Okay. Don't do like my wetsuit.
Okay. All right. Let's jump into the phones, Rick.
You got it. How about this time we talk to Roy? Roy's calling us from San Diego. What's up, Roy? Welcome to the show.
Hey, good morning, guys. This is kind of just basing up the last question was actually my question. When I was spraying it, after I rinsed it, I used like a silicone pipe, WD-40, but a light silicone spray on there. I just kind of leave it to dry, and that's still okay, or should I be kind of wiping it off?
This like a silicone spray, that dry silicone spray?
Yeah, I think that stuff's good, but I wouldn't use WD-40.
Like yeah.
Don't use WD-40.
No. Chris, what do you use?
I was going to say I'm very curious. I didn't want to put you on the spot, but what's your regiment for maintaining your Mirage Drives?
Just washing really well.
Just water.
Washing. No lube.
Callan. Okay. He takes it to Callan. Yeah,
and you do service stuff too.
Oh, heck yeah.
Yeah. And Callan will show you how to service it too.
That's right.
That's the other important thing.
That's right. Too. I mean, that's key is if you feel something's not right, just call us.
Yeah.
I mean, some guy goes, "Is this okay?" And no, that's not okay.
Yeah.
Let's figure it out.
That's the thing that I like so much about what Fastlane Kayaks is. You really have a family of customers, and you treat everybody as such. And you say that on the radio, but that's no BS. I mean, that's who you are. And if a guy buys something from you and has that question, they become part of that family of your guys. And
what's more fun than selling toys? I mean, I absolutely love my job. We've been doing it forever. Debbie and I have had that store for 44 years.
44 years.
Yeah. This month.
You don't do that by accident.
Well, we did.
Hey, I got a great text here from John in Mira Mesa. Ron, how does the Yak Attack tow and stow wheel compare with the Hobie wheel? How well do they perform in the sand?
Okay. Wow, that's a really well-timed question.
He knows his stuff, right?
No, that's a really good question. Right now, your Hobie wheels with the sand tires, the best.
Yeah,
okay.
For sand.
Yes. Now, something's coming.
Oh.
So all of those Yak Attack beach wheels that have had the little bit larger wheel than a standard tire, those are all going to be able to be clipped off and a beach tire clipped on.
Okay, so is that the tow and stow?
Yeah.
Or is that different?
All of them. Tow and stow, the Bunkster, the new, they have a new one that plugs in, which is real. I just got introduced. It's really awesome.
So you can adapt either to concrete asphalt or
and those
a
aren't
beach
available yet. I'm not even sure.
They're coming.
I'm not even sure I'm supposed to be talking about it.
Oh, okay.
Which means almost.
Chris is waiting for those.
Which means almost for sure he's not.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Okay, I've been found out again.
They're just stand by.
This is like opening up my closet.
Stay in touch with Fastlane. They'll fill you in. But that's a good one for sure.
That's funny.
All right.
All right. Hey, quick text said, "Good morning, guys. I'm very interested when Ron was talking about the use of electric motors. My question is, will I need to get registration stickers for my boat? Also, if so, what kind of lights become required for the kayak?" That's from Jeff in Huntington.
All right, that's a really good question. The light thing has always been a question. Guys are spend so much money putting red and green lights in a stern light and all that, trying to be a little mini skiff. I was told that you don't need to do that. All you need is a flashlight at ready. Now that makes a lot of sense because
it doesn't have a motor.
No, excuse me. When you put a motor on it, everything changes.
Yeah.
Yeah. You have to register it. Everything changes.
So if you put a Bixby motor on your kayak, you have to have CF numbers.
And then here's the drill. You've owned your kayak for quite a few years. You want to put a motor on it. You need an MSO, Manufacturer Statement of Origin. Mm-hmm. Every Hobie ever sold, the dealer has the ability to get an MSO. So wherever you bought your kayak, you can go to them and say, I need an MSO. Manufacturer Statement of Origin. And then your bill of sale. Mm-hmm. And you take that to the DMV. And they'll register your boat, and it's not very expensive. But if you're going to have a motor on a kayak, it becomes a license.
A vessel.
Yeah, you have.
And then you have to have.
I don't know that.
At night.
I don't know that.
Yeah, I would think so.
I don't know that you need red and green and a stern light.
Yeah.
I just know that kayaks need a flashlight at ready. Now,
without a motor on it.
We should find out about that because it's trending.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know if you need to do the red and green and the stern light, but that's something that,
something we can find out.
Hey, I said in that little video, try to stump Ron. This guy just stumped me.
He stumped me. Yeah.
That's good.
I've found it. The opinion, I was surprised, and it made a lot of sense sitting in one of your seminars that we had at Dana Landing about that. And I remember when I was doing a lot of sea bass fishing in the dark, I was always so surprised that more kayaks weren't lit with the red and green. And I thought, boy, for safety's sake, I would sure think that would be a thing. And it was the opinion of one of your team guys. He said, hey, we're not, in the dark, when you see a red and green light, that's all you see. And he said, the problem is you just see that light. You can't differentiate. Thank you. The difference between a 21 Parker and my 14-foot Pro Angler. We're not trying to look like a skiff. We're a kayak, and
right.
We don't have the ability to maneuver and get out of the way. And in the dark, when you just see those lights, that's all you're seeing. So it was a really good take that being on the other side from the boating side, I hadn't thought about. And I'm not saying that's right or wrong, but
well, here's what's right. Is be a lot of light.
Yes.
No doubt, man.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't tell you how many.
Just going to say that. How many times have you driven through the bay at night and there's a kayak and you can barely see him?
Barely.
That is like.
I was coming in.
You got run. You're dead. So why take that chance?
Why take that chance?
Be visible.
Very visible.
Even during the day, be visible.
Right, and there's little flags. We sell little flags. We sell little lights that stick in a rod holder. But that is a key thing.
Because people aren't paying attention a lot of times. They're driving a boat and they're talking. They're having
let's face it, Pete. We've come in from fishing. I've come in with you, with some of our other friends.
We're tired.
Yeah, and it's been like a long day.
Yeah.
Well, and it's beyond all of it's there's other factors too. If you're inside of a pilot house, you've got glare from your screens on your window, the sun's coming, it's all those things. You've just come back from running and there's saltwater spray, like you're at the worst possible scenario for seeing clearly.
That's right.
And now you're trying to see something in the dark that's low to the water. It's the worst. You're right, Ron. You got to light yourself up.
That's why I think that flashlight at ready is a good idea. In a kayak, it's quiet. You can hear things. So when you hear a boat coming, get that flashlight out and shine it at him. You get his attention.
Get his attention. Good idea. Yeah.
I don't want to get less clients.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, let's jump back on the phones, Rick.
You got it. How about this time we talk to Hills? He's calling us from Ventura this morning. Good morning, Hills. Welcome to Let's Talk Hookup.
Good morning, you guys. I want to try and catch a spotted bay bass because we have them around in Ventura, Santa Barbara, Channel Islands. What's a lure? What would be my first lure that I would want to start casting, bouncing it off the docks and stuff?
Wow, off the docks. I think, boy, there's so many.
Well,
yeah.
Or from a kayak, but I'd still bounce it off the pilings or the dock, right?
Like a curly tail grub, I think. What do you think, Rick?
I'm a traditional. I like he calls it a 2.5 inch, and we call it a 3 inch. I like a 2.5 inch, the skinny MC swim bait.
Those are awesome.
With a darter style lead head, and the darter head is the one that kind of comes to a point with a real thin wire hook on it, like a little gamakatsu darter style head.
Yeah.
So I'm going to
eighth of an ounce, quarter of an ounce, something like that.
Yeah.
I get this question a lot from clients. And one day I went out and I took a Berkeley Gulp sled head. And that's
Those
with
work.
that little hook that you can hide that.
Yeah.
And so I casted it off and I stuck it in the rod holder. And then I took 3 other baits. One was the underspin, with the Afrin's War Baits underspin.
Sure.
One was a freshwater bass, one that you could, plug.
Crankbait type.
Yeah. And then the other one was, let's see, it was, the hookup bait. So I had 3 that I was using, 3 rods in front, and I'm using them aggressively. And the sled head in the back, just being drifted with. The rod holder caught 3, and I caught 3. And so there's, it kind of cracked me up.
But I like that, what Ricky was saying. A little darter head with a little 3.5 inch, 2.5 inch MC.
So he makes 2 baits that are almost the same size.
Yeah.
There's a skinny version and a little fatter version. Corey calls the skinnier version a 2.5 and the fatter version a 3. They're basically the same size, but you can't call both of them 3 inchers.
Yeah.
So the skinny one, he calls it a 2.5. I love that thing.
Yeah. That's what Mike Gardner always said.
Oh,
you got it.
Yeah, Mike Gardner.
Yeah.
Fish have no hands.
You got it, buddy.
Yeah. And,
Fish have no hands.
Yes, that's right. You know what that means? Swing.
Yeah, swings are free. Fish have no hands. Swings are free.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Hey, Dave in Ocean Beach says, my question arises: if I have a used Hobie kayak, can you trade it in for a newer one and bring it, or do you sell it on consignment agreement with Fastlane?
Oh no! Just what time today do I meet you?
So yes, you take trade-ins.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, we take trade-ins.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's kind of funny. We have a lot of them right now, which is great because not everybody can afford a brand new pro angler. So we have some used ones out front that have been traded in. Now, the best way for you money-wise is if you sell it yourself. And Craigslist, shop, whatever, all those things.
What do you do with your used kayaks?
You know what? Callan and Logan at the store, they clean them up, they go through them, they kind of give them this, 600-mile test, and then they run out and back and they take pictures and they put them on Craigslist.
Okay.
And it works great.
Yeah.
But not everybody wants to stand around waiting for somebody to come to their garage and sell them. So if you don't want to do that, just come trade them in.
Yeah.
I'll take care of it.
Yeah. So bring it in, he'll trade it in, or you can sell it yourself.
Well, you're always going to make more money selling it yourself. Yeah. I mean, for me, when we take a trade in, the guy buying it knows we went through it and looked at it.
Right.
He also knows.
So you do sell used kayaks?
Oh, absolutely. We have a bunch of them right now. But the key thing is he can use your MasterCard.
Exactly. Yeah, totally. Hey, this is a fun text. I have a wonderful kayak success. I've had wonderful kayak successes for many years, and I love Fastlane. But I'm currently without kayak. I'm debating on jumping back in, Outback versus others. What is the speed difference amongst the fleet of boats that you sell? And I also want to easily be able to put a fish finder on my next boat. What is the ease of use in putting a fish finder on inflatable, etc.? That's all from Cliff in Blossom Valley.
God, really great question. The earlier Outbacks were harder to put fish finders on. Now they have the Guardian, so you can put any kind of fish finder on. They're already pre-plumbed.
Pre-rigged, yeah.
Pre-rigged, yeah. So all
Just
you're doing
plug and play.
Pretty much. We still need Callan, though.
Yeah.
And inflatables, we have a little plate we made that does the transducer. It's a piece of cake. Pete, when you were using it
it's awesome.
It's like nothing.
Yeah.
And it doesn't have to go in the bag. It's on the little plate, which is
Who invented that? Chris.
Yeah, no surprise. No surprise.
I just wanted to give credit where credit's due.
Not just invented it, but fine-tuned
Perfected
it. And then my neighbors cut them out for us. Right next door.
Yeah, at
Blue Water.
Blue Water, yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
C-Deck, yeah.
That's very cool.
C-Deck guys. Oh, you go see Clay.
Yeah.
Anyway, so back to the question of which is the easiest. That's really up to you. More about what car you have. All of them fish really well. The new Outback, the one they came out with, it now has so many features. It's almost like a hybrid pro angler.
Yeah.
They have so much tackle management. You cannot beat that boat.
Go to the shop.
Know what? That Chris just said, go to the shop. And the reason we say that is because you can climb in the boat at the shop, sit in it, look at it, have somebody that fishes them all the time helping you go, well, what car do you have? Where are you storing this?
Right.
How are you going to launch?
I love that.
I mean, because that'll help. Well, you're in the business, Ricky. When a guy wants to go fishing, you don't want to sell him a little spinning reel if he's going to go.
Yeah, your team knows how he's going to get the best use out of it, and they're going to know how to get you into the best boat. You said it all. Like, they've been there and done that, and they've seen all the mistakes that other people have made, and they're going to coach you into what's going to be the best boats for you, and that includes your budget, your use, your everything. Like, go to a place that's got the experience at Fastlane.
And there are a lot of guys that are shopping for kayaks that want to buy a used one, so they don't come into the store because they don't want to be that guy.
Right.
They don't want to act like they're buying a boat and not buying it. They're going to go buy one on Craigslist.
Right.
But that's okay. At least you'll learn about them.
You'll learn what to do.
And then you won't be buying.
You'll be educated. You'll buy the right boat.
That's it.
And you're still going to come back and buy your accessories from you guys.
Yeah, we don't mind.
Yeah.
It's fun that way.
Got a quick follow-up from Dana, who got cut off here. He says, hi, guys, got cut off, but my request, since Ron has sold so many inflatables and lynxes, I want to propose a new mothership trip on the Islander. He just wants to know about that. Mothership trips on the Islander, he did one this year, but I'm not sure he's ever going to do them again. I'm not sure. John just kind of is going in a different direction. We've had a lot of people asking us about mothership trips. Is it possible for the future? Perhaps, but I don't think so. So
be glad you got in when you did.
You got in when you did.
How many years we did that?
Yeah, it was so fun. Much fun.
I think everybody listening should call the Islander.
Yeah.
And go, what?
Yeah.
No more Islander trip?
Or maybe Ron should call John and just put together a Fastlane Islander trip.
Whatever we got to do.
There you go.
Hey, when we come back, we're going to find out who's got themselves a couple of shopping sprees. Fastlane kayak $200 shopping spree of salty gear and of those great Yak Attack gifts. You stay tuned. It's Let's Talk Hookup on the Mightier 1090 ESPN Radio.
Hey everyone, James Holst here with Norsk Lithium, the official battery partner of Let's Talk Hookup. Here at Norsk Lithium, we have two goals that drive who we are and what we do. The first is to make the highest quality, longest lasting lithium batteries available with a complete lineup of batteries that include 12, 24, 36 volt and starting batteries. Second, in addition to offering a 10-year warranty on all Norsk Lithium marine batteries, we provide amazing customer service before and after the sale. Check us out online at norsklithium.com. That's Norsk lithium.com, or call us at 831-232-9063. Or to see Norsk Lithium batteries in person, stop by the Trolling Motor Doctor in Lakewood or Anglers Marine in Anaheim and see why Norsk Lithium batteries should be in your boat.
No matter where the adventure takes you, we've got you powered. Norsk Lithium.
long-range fishing, nothing beats Shimano. Hi, this is Doug Kern from Fisherman's Landing Tackle, the saltwater tackle professionals. Come check out the Shimano Talica, the pinnacle of lever drag 2-speed reels. The Talica features Shimano's Hagani body when throwing jigs. The Shimano Trinidad is your top choice. With the extreme cranking power and Shimano's Super Free Spool provides extreme castability. You'll be able to put your jig in the Wahoo Zone. For all your Shimano needs, visit us at Fisherman's Landing Tackle at Fisherman's Landing in San Diego.
Great fishing is what Seaforth Sports Fishing in Mission Bay is all about. With free parking and fully stocked tackle shop, Seaforth Sport Fishing is a favorite among anglers. Come aboard top boats like the Aztec, Cortez, Endeavor, Apollo, Outer Limits, Elgato Doe, Pride, Polaris Supreme, Tribute, Pacifica, Pacific Voyager, and the Voyager. Plus, the new Seaforth, Sea-Watch, and San Diego offer the finest half and full day trips available. Seaforth Sport Fishing. For charters or schedule, check seaforthlanding.com. Run by fishermen, for fishermen in Mission Bay.
In San Diego, the future belongs to everyone. So Ford engineered the truck of the future for everyone, the Ford F-150, available with a Pro Power onboard generator. What a great addition for anglers. There's also a variety of cab configurations for whatever you need to haul. The truck of the future isn't created for just a few. It's created for us who love the ocean and the outdoor life. Ford F-150. Test drive one at your local San Diego County Ford dealer today. They'll be glad to hook you up.
Welcome back to Let's Talk Hookup for the week. Welcome back to Let's Talk Hookup. We're having a great time here this morning. All right, Chris is going to do us the honor of flipping the big prize coin. Okay, Texter is the big prize winner. So, again, we have now both callers and texters winning, so congratulations. The texter was Cliff in Blossom Valley, and you won the $200 in Salty Crew gear. Congratulations, Cliff from Blossom Valley. And then the caller who won the $200 in Yak Attack shopping spree at Fast Lane is going to Jerry in Dana Point. Guys, congratulations. You are going to love... I mean, you got $200 shopping spree coming.
Shopping sprees there, and thanks, Chris, for flipping that point. And thank you, Ron, for a great show. So much to talk about. Hey, it's Christmas time, and you've got a lot of accessories for that kayak angler on the list. So, or what about a new boat?
Why not?
For yourself or a friend or whatever.
I want to talk to those grandfathers out there. You want to go fishing with your kids and your grandkids? Get a Fiesta.
Oh, that sounds like fun.
Get the Tandem Islands. You just show up and blow up.
Yeah, that's so fun. So if somebody wants to come out there, give us the hours. How do we find you?
We're open 5 days a week. We're open from 10 to 5:30, and just
Tuesday through Saturday.
Tuesday through Saturday. And just give us a call at 619-222-0766.
And then, of course, what's the website?
Got me. No, it's FastLaneKayaking.com.
FastLaneKayaking.com. And you're very active, I know, on Instagram. You guys post a lot of stuff, and that's Fastlane Kayaking.
Oh, I absolutely love what those kids are doing.
Yeah.
Logan Downing is taking over and doing that, and he's having fun with it. To have these kids work for me that are so excited to go out and go catch a spotted bay bass, and they before work or after work, they're always playing with the boats.
And of course, Callan's the master when it comes to rigging and servicing your Mirage drives and stuff. You can get a lot of knowledge on that for sure. So just go over to Fast Lane, hang out with the guys, talk to them, jump in a boat, find out all the different accessories. So I want to thank the people from Yak Attack for that great donation. And of course, the Salty crew over there at Fast Lane for donating those great prizes. And thanks to Chris for coming in, and thank you, Ron, and thanks to JP for manning the phones and the board, and of course to Adam for manning everything too. We will be back tomorrow morning, 7 to 9 a.m. Bob Hoos from Costa. Hoos is going to be here from Costa Sunglasses. So he's going to be, Coos has always got a great story. He's going to have fun tomorrow morning, 7 to 9 a.m. right back here on the Mightier 1090, ESPN Radio, and the Let's Talk Hookup app. We'll see you tomorrow morning.